Welcome to this lesson. Today we are going to talk about going on a trip in German. This lesson is about simple travel language. How to say where you go, how you travel, and when you travel. Let's begin with some words. These are basic and essential travel words. The first word is die Reise. Die Reise, meaning the trip. Reisen. Reisen, to travel. Fahren. Fahren means to go by transport. Gehen. Gehen means to go on foot, to walk. Der Zug. Der Zug, meaning the train. Das Flugzeug. Das Flugzeug, the airplane. And our last word, das Hotel. Das Hotel, meaning the hotel. Now we go on with some simple time, place and transport expressions. Heute. Heute means today. Morgen. Morgen is tomorrow. Am Wochenende. Am Wochenende. On the weekend. Mit dem Zug. Mit dem Zug, meaning by train. Mit dem Flugzeug. Mit dem Flugzeug, by plane. Nach Berlin. Nach Berlin, to Berlin. In German, nach is used with cities and most countries. Now, let's continue by learning some common questions. We shall learn some very common travel questions. Wohin reist du? Wohin reist du? Where are you going? Wann reist du? Wann reist du? When are you traveling? Wie reist du? Wie reist du? How are you traveling? Bleibst du im Hotel? Bleibst du im Hotel? Are you staying in a hotel? And now let's learn some simple sentences about travel. Ich mache eine Reise. Ich mache eine Reise. This is a common German structure, meaning I am going on a trip. It literally means I make a trip. Let's see the next sentence. Ich reise nach Berlin. Ich reise nach Berlin. Here we use nach with the name of the city, and it means I travel to Berlin. Ich fahre mit dem Zug. Ich fahre mit dem Zug. We use fahren when we refer to train travel. I go by train. The next sentence: Ich fliege mit dem Flugzeug. Ich fliege mit dem Flugzeug. Fliegen means to fly. I fly by plane. And our last sentence is Ich bleibe im Hotel. Im is short for in dem, in the. So, ich bleibe im Hotel, meaning I stay in a hotel. Notice how short and clear these sentences are, and these are typical sentences that we use in German when we talk about travel. So if you learn and repeat these sentences, you will remember them when you need to use these sentences in a travel context. And now let's continue with a short text, and then we shall continue with a dialogue. Let's see the text. Am Wochenende mache ich eine Reise. Let's repeat. Am Wochenende mache ich eine Reise. And it means on the weekend I go on a trip. Ich reise nach Berlin. Ich reise nach Berlin. I travel to Berlin. Ich fahre mit dem Zug. Ich fahre mit dem Zug. I go by train. Ich bleibe im Hotel. Ich bleibe im Hotel. I stay in a hotel. Notice how each sentence gives one clear piece of information. And now let's continue with our dialogue. Let's see what the first person asks. Wohin reist du? Wohin reist du? Where are you going? And the answer is nach Berlin. Nach Berlin. To Berlin. Again, the first person asks. Wie reist du? Wie reist du? How are you traveling? And the second person answers. Mit dem Zug. Mit dem Zug. By train. Today we learned how to talk about going on a trip in German. You can now describe when you travel, where you go, how you get there, and where you stay. These are everyday situations, so the language is very practical. Remember the key points. Use nach with cities and most countries to show your destination. Use transport verbs like fahren for trains, buses or cars, and fliegen to fly for planes. Use im Hotel to show location, to show where you stay. And don't forget polite expressions like ich möchte, I would like, when asking or requesting something. A good exercise is to imagine your own trip. Think about the city, your transport, and your hotel. try to say it in full sentences. Am Wochenende reise ich nach. Ich fahre mit dem. Ich bleibe im Hotel. Speaking aloud will help you remember the sentence structure, word order, and pronunciation. In the next lessons, we will continue building useful German for everyday life, so you can speak confidently in more real-life situations. Keep practicing and try to describe small trips or weekend plans in German every day. That repetition is what makes language stick.